Bernie from Sketchpost, and I founded Sketchpost a year ago in June 2013.
It's the day of your big meeting or conference. You've spent weeks planning the agenda, inviting the right people, preparing the documents. The meeting starts off great, but you notice that your audience is losing focus. Then someone starts dominating the conversation. You wanted to get everyone's point of view, but the quieter people are being drowned out. You're not sure how much information your audience is retaining, and we're hoping for more engagement and participation from everyone. Once the meeting is over, you send out the minutes, but you don't get any feedback and suspect that no one has even read them. Now here's how a graphic recorder would have made things different. A graphic recorder captures the conversation and organizes it into images and text in real time during a meeting. This is done on large sheets of paper on a wall in clear view of the audience. It's essentially the creation of a life-sized infographic. A graphic recorder is constantly listening, thinking, and organizing the conversation. Graphic recording keeps the conversation moving. People tend to talk in circles to re-emphasize their point. But graphic recording shows what's already been said, allowing people to build upon each other's ideas. Graphic recording helps smooth tensions when there's a heated discussion or complex topic. Everyone's voice is represented and everyone can see the big picture, rather than getting caught in the details. After the meeting, the graphic recordings are photographed and emailed to participants, often as part of a visual report. The graphic recordings can be posted on websites, used in Prezi presentations, or published in brochures or newsletters. Our memories are image-based, so having a visual record of the meeting keeps it fresh in people's minds. People who weren't at the meeting can review the graphics and have a firm grasp of the discussion and the tone. Why does graphic recording work? Visual information moves much quicker than any other kind. This is evident in television, smartphones, and the popularity of sites like Pinterest, Facebook, Imgur, and YouTube. Graphic recording is becoming a staple at meetings and conferences in Europe and the United States. It's currently growing in BC and Ontario. When else can you use it? Visioning sessions, when mapping a process, workshops, discussing complex or sensitive topics, brainstorming sessions, introducing a new project, and community events or forums.
Oh yeah. I mean, definitely, because so far for myself, I'm more self-taught. I kind of went into it as a hobby, like from sketching in lectures to actually turning it into a business. So I was lucky that I'd be able to actually curate myself and actually improve myself along the past few years. So many people actually haven't had the opportunity to slowly experiment on their own. We actually do run workshops to actually teach people how to do graphic recording and very simple sketch notes in college or in true work as well. So it is possible to actually teach someone to do it. And yeah, the process is important because many people, to me it comes naturally, and to many graphic recorders they just figure it out along the way. But if you actually break it down to like how to start and the different formats and different ways you can actually do graphic recording, it helps others that aren't so naturally gifted with the gift of graphic recording. So yeah, it's important to share our process. What my experience is definitely that I was very lucky to actually have many other people help me along the way. So definitely have gratitude towards the people that gave you a chance, that actually helped you kind of figure out what your talent is. Because for myself, it was definitely taking notes in my notebook in college to actually becoming a business that runs in 3 countries. So in the course of just a few years. So definitely with digital media, social media has helped my business a lot. And I guess also having a lot of self-respect for yourself and seeing that your work is not just beautiful and actually very valuable to other people. And she's saying that I want to charge for my work. This is definitely a professional service. Do not look at me like some simple little designer. It's definitely having that self-respect and having that confidence to say that your work is valuable and that's important to even corporates and businesses actually take seriously. It's definitely something that you have to kind of learn along the way. I was lucky to actually be able to be exposed to entrepreneurship at a young age, actually see how other people were building businesses around apps and stuff. So I have like 0 app ideas, but I definitely have an idea of how graphic recording can help people visualize and actually help people collaborate. So I worked around that and actually built a business and actually some value proposition in my work. And so from that, I'm very lucky, and I actually started young. And I feel that when you're younger, you're actually more open to taking risks and actually starting a business, and there's less commitments. So I've met many people along the way that maybe are in their 30s and 40s, and they say that I have a family, I can't afford to just risk my stable job and actually do a business like yours, even though I have many ideas. And so for myself, I'm lucky that I turned a hobby into business very early. So I'm thankful that I had support from friends and family and everyone who helped me along the way. So I'm actually doing my part to actually help other people find their niche in the market and actually helping them kind of like come up with new ideas and supporting them to actually bringing that into reality the way other people have supported myself. So my point of view for graphic recording is that it should be essentially a story. It should be essentially there should be links between where to start and how the conversation ended. So many times there are many talks that are quite open-ended and no real ending. So that becomes challenging for us as well. So we're not just graphic recording goes beyond just note-taking and just copying down what the person said. It actually has to have a point of view from the graphic recorder itself, like what's important and what links to each other and what should actually be highlighted and what should be downplayed. So definitely it does involve a lot of thought and definitely a lot of curation on the person's point of view on what should be the focus of the actual, what's the objective, what's the focus of the actual talk. So listening is very important as well, and actually translating that from a verbal thing to an illustration. It does involve many challenges along the way that happens right in the brain instantly. So yeah, there should definitely be a start and an end towards every graphic recording. It also should help tell a story of why a whole conversation happened and how it should actually go further than that. They can. I think everyone has maybe some innate ability to actually link ideas together and do graphic recording. So it doesn't have to be such a big word like graphic recording, but it can be just visualizing ideas. So even if someone can just link ideas through linking text together or linking stickmen together, it's already a good start towards graphic recording. Not everyone will eventually be a professional graphic recorder, but the basic of visualizing an idea or something is actually a good start for someone. Yes, it's definitely, we do like events, it is about speed and also able to capture ideas, but it is possible to learn slowly, but of course it's very much on the job training, because you can't really, someone can't teach you how to graphic record unless you actually stand in front of a stage or stand in front of a speaker and actually graphic record on the spot, because in reality it's definitely not a script. They definitely do go off topic. They definitely like have to find your way around what this person said. So yeah. Well, usually for events like that where there are many speakers and we create individual boards for each speaker, we actually give them to the organizer, and the organizer usually passes it on to the speaker as gifts, so they can just take it home on the day itself, or they might use it as prints for a calendar, or might use it as prints for an overall framed graphic design as a gift for the speaker as well. But usually the boards, we don't keep any of the boards from our events, so the speakers keep everything. I mean, the event organizer keeps everything. How they use it after that is up to them.
Do you keep archives?
We keep photographs of it and we give them to the organizer, but we don't keep the actual boards itself. We don't store any of them. Okay, well, definitely I'm competitive because I have like middle child syndrome where I do want to be better and constantly improve myself, and I do have some nerdiness in me where what I do is basically visualizing and taking notes and actually putting things together. So I think definitely creativity, being a little bit nerdy, and also being competitive and the drive to succeed and constantly not be complacent is definitely important in any business. So yeah, I'm thankful that comes naturally to me, and also I'm very curious about what the future would be like and what graphic recording would be like. And I'm also interested to actually help other people develop their talent and actually improve and be able to market themselves as a professional service, not just a freelance or not just a hobby stage as well. Graphic recording is still a very young profession. It's only been around for at most like 20 years or few years at the most. So there are many different ways, because it's quite a personal thing to visualize things based on your opinions and your analogies and working with other people's content as well. So I think definitely for not just in the graphic recording industry, but the design industry as a whole, it's important to actually see value in your work, because in design industry, when people just say like, oh, you love what you do, it's very creative, but it's like, should you get paid for it, or it's just your hobby, you just happen to be good at something that's visual. So definitely I think it's important for designers to actually see value in their work, and actually when they come professional, actually charge reasonable rates for their work, and not just say like, oh, this is what I love, so I just do it for free because it's part of me or something. Yeah. So definitely it's important to actually have some business sense in what you do, and not just say like, I want to follow my dreams, but actually figure out how your design work or how what you do is actually valuable to other people, that they will actually see it as something that they can actually pay for, and not just be like, oh, it makes things pretty. Go beyond making things pretty and actually seeing how your work is valuable to someone else, and not just like, oh, I like to draw and it so happens it looks very nice, so maybe you can pay for it. I think have confidence to actually sell your work as something that's valuable and not just beautiful. Thank you. Reporting live from Old Town White Coffee SS2 Mall. Thank you to Charles and all the other team here that you cannot see, but you can come into camera. But it's great to meet young designers as well, and also see them actually doing work and meeting actually people in the profession and seeing what the reality of the design world is like. So thank you.